Am I the asshole for not giving my sister's stepchildren money for college?
I, 44 male, have been very fortunate in my life and have enough wealth that I was able to save a very nice amount for my son, 19 male, to pursue the future he wants while also helping two friends pay for their daughter to go to college after some personal and financial issues arose. This is common knowledge to my family. Which is why my sister and brother-in-law are now angry with me. My sister and brother-in-law have been married for 6 years and brother-in-law has 2 children, 17 female, 16 male, with his ex. The children's mother abandoned them during the divorce and my brother-in-law has raised them since. My sister and brother-in-law are not as financially secure as me and there's not a lot of money for my sister's stepchildren to attend college. They brought this topic up during a Sunday dinner with our whole family, minus my sister's stepchildren, together. And for those who'll ask why my sister's stepchildren were not there, it's because they have never liked or accepted my sister or us, and now that they are more independent teens they refuse to play pretend, to quote them.
Even before they reached this stage, they fought my brother-in-law every time they were made attend anything with us.
All throughout dinner my sister and brother-in-law brought up college, my sister's stepchildren, how they were sad they could not afford the best for the kids and the oldest in particular wasn't going to be able to afford her dream college. When dinner ended and we were all leaving they approached me and called me greedy for not stepping in to pay for the stepchildren's college when I had paid for another child some years ago and my son chose to go into a trade instead of college. I told them those were different circumstances.
They said the stepchildren are family while the girl I helped several years ago was not. I said she was not family in the traditional sense but she did consider me an uncle and we had a close relationship. While my sister's stepchildren did not consider me as any kind of family and had made their stances perfectly clear for the last 6 years. My sister and brother-in-law told me I'm the person who clearly doesn't consider them family because I would love them regardless of how they feel if I did, and they said it showed what a truly greedy and selfish person I am. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. The insults coming on the heel of the ask would be enough to put me off. Not the asshole.
They called you greedy? The kids don't like you?
It's your money. Not the asshole.
Your sister and brother-in-law need a reality check.
Lots of young adults don't get to attend their dream college due to finances. Bets are, dream college is some overpriced private university. The kids need to pursue educations that they can afford and/or take loans to achieve.
We've all done it. Maybe as they get older they'll realize that relationships are key to their success and that perhaps they should work on that?
I love families.
It's not your money. How dare you spending it on people that we do not consider relatives? You must only support who we tell you to. Not the asshole. Tell them that you don't give a crap about their opinion as they have clearly no respect for yours.
Not the asshole. It's your money to do with as you will. The kids made no effort to be part of your family.
That is their choice.
And if your sister and brother-in-law are that poor, the kids will qualify for aid. Not the asshole. 1. You are only morally responsible for the children you bring into this world, adopt, or step-parent, to a certain extent. 2. Anything outside of the above is done out of generosity based on a relationship, your friend's child. 3. They can't use the family card to manipulate you when the children don't accept you as family, which is their right. Not all steps blend. 4. A moral obligation cannot be imposed where none exists. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Am I the asshole for not letting ex-owners of the house to look inside the house and yard? My parents bought the house in 1993. Owner had 3 daughters and sold it to my parents.
Today my neighbor just showed up in yard. Keep in mind that we are often hanging out. She is nice lady, always helping, and we don't have or want to have any problems with her. And she brought 3 daughters from ex-owner in our yard and told me, "Hi, they are daughters from ex-owner. They lived here and they want to see how everything looks right now."
I stood there confused but said okay, then complete silence for 2 minutes. I thought they are going to just look from outside and that is it.
Then my neighbor said, "Can they go inside the house to see how it looks right now?" I said, "Everything has changed, but no, sorry.
I don't feel comfortable with that, I don't know you." Neighbor was Maud. She said to me, "I am really mean. Why wouldn't I let them take a look at the house inside? What could happen?" I was quite shocked, but politely told her I am not comfortable with it. If I had a house that I sold I would look it from the road and continue where I was going in the first place. She She told me a lot of things more while 3 daughters were also visibly angry. This left me thinking, am I the asshole for not letting them see inside and make a tour for them in yard etc.? Edit. Mom just got from work.
After I told her what happened, she told me that already happened 10 years ago.
She was also confused, but she let them in, because she didn't want to fight with our neighbor. So they have seen the house already. Shocked face. Not the asshole.
There are a million reasons why you would not want to let a stranger into your house. You've not tidied? Dishes in the sink? Pile of washing? Not swept or hoovered? Dog that doesn't like people?
Left underwear or a sex toy on the bedroom floor? Absolutely unreasonable for them to expect to come into your home. Carrot. Petty me probably would have said, yes, sure come in, but are they okay with seeing butt plugs and dildos just lying around? Because you kind of sprang this visit on me and I don't know if I'll be able to get them all. Oh, and they really shouldn't go into the playroom. I think it's probably different to how they remember. Maybe the 3 daughters were feeling nostalgic, but if you say no, it's no. It's not been their home for 30 years. Not the asshole. Tell your neighbor she doesn't get to decide how you respond to a request. Not the asshole.
I've heard far too many stories of people who used to live there, people wanting to visit their old homes, and it's just them scoping the place out to see if there's anything worth stealing. It's not worth it, and it's not their house anymore. And on top of everything, this was back in '93 when the house was sold, so that's over 30 years.
They don't remember that fucking place. Edit. Typos. Not the asshole. Sure, it would have been nice of you to do so, especially since I'm assuming that neighbor knew then when living there, so it wasn't just someone pretending to have lived there. But you're in no way obligated. It's your house, and you can have all numbers of reasons for not wanting strangers in your house, and that's nobody's business. Not the asshole. Wonder what the neighbor said to them to think it would be okay. She was probably mad that she gave permission before asking you and now embarrassed after the fact. I would put firmer boundaries with that neighbor from now on. Who allows strangers into their home to just take a look? That's creepy. Not the asshole. My dad pulled that crap after he sold our family home. Took me by, to see what the new owners have done with the place. I was expecting a drive-by, but no. He went up and knocked on the door expecting them to let him in. It was humiliating. No, when you sell something, or gift something, it isn't yours anymore. They were the AHS for intruding. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her food was burned and making her cry? My girlfriend today decided to try a recipe. She doesn't really know how to cook. A chicken recipe, because it was our 1-year anniversary. But she kind of overcooked the chicken breast to the point it was almost black. When she took it out, I was like, oh, but I didn't want to disappoint her, so I tried it. Well, it obviously tasted like something that was on fire, but I was pretending to chew, and then I carefully took a napkin to spit it out. She asked me if I liked it and I didn't want to lie, so I told her it was obviously burnt and tasted bad. She looked sad, so I apologized, but she called me ungrateful and that the food wasn't even that burned. I told her if it was any more burned it would be ashes. She started crying and saying that she wasn't good enough. I tried to hug her. I immediately felt bad and said sorry 100 times. But she called me a pig and left the room. Am I the asshole? The first time my now wife cooked for me, it was the driest chicken I have ever had the pleasure of putting in my mouth. She also cooked a side of veggies I could not eat due to my dietary restrictions, for medical reasons, otherwise I would have at least given them a shot. I knew it was bad. She knew it was bad. It is now referred to as the first chicken, and we joke about it. About a year into our relationship I cooked chicken with adobo, and took her saying, there can never be too much adobo, seriously. I should not have, and that shit was inedible. She took one bite and said, this is even worse than my chicken was. And we got pizza. People fuck up recipes. It happens. You could have been a bit nicer about it, but this shouldn't be the end of the world. Lol nah. Burnt is burnt, no nice way to put it. In the future, if you're ever in a similar situation, I'd recommend leading with how appreciative of the person's effort you are, but that it's burnt and not good. She undoubtedly knew it was bad herself but was hoping you'd say it was good in some weird, would you still love me if I was a worm, sense. Not the asshole. People are saying be nicer, but really,
How dense do you have to be to understand burnt chicken isn't servable?
Like she wants praise for completely failing at something?
Just accept you fucked up like an adult and try again?
Her behavior is very immature. Did she eat turned black burnt chicken and did she like it by herself?
If she didn't, she can't force you to eat food she couldn't eat by herself just because it's anniversary dish.
Burnt food could be potentially harmful.
Everyone sucks here. She really overreacted, unless there's more going on we don't know from your story, but you didn't really help things. Did you at least start off with, "Thank you for making dinner"? Or even a polite, "It's a little too overdone for me, I don't think I can eat it"?
I'm sorry, I was really looking forward to dinner. I'm still happy to eat, side dish. Unless you'd like to order, blank, with me? It's your anniversary and a special dish she was trying. Politeness would be good. You went straight to insults, obviously burned, so now she's stupid, since it's so obvious, and, tastes bad, instead of, I don't care for it. And then you doubled down. Ooh, if it was any more burned it'd be ashes. She was looking for reassurance for the effort. Your response focused on the failure.
A comment: "This was your first time with this recipe or you put a lot of effort into this. I appreciate you trying so hard, thank you."
Would have been far more healthy than if it was any more burnt it would be ashes. Am I the asshole for reprimanding my husband in front of our kids for how he talks to them?
I, 29 female, and my husband, 32 male, have twins, Lyra and Kira, fake names, 5 female. My husband has an annoying habit of trolling people around him. It's a mild annoyance for most of us adults, but it can be pretty harmful for children.
Lyra is currently having a phase when she constantly asks us whom do we love more, and I always tell her that I love them both equally. My husband, however, was asked this question at the dinner table and he said, "Of course I love Kira more, she doesn't ask stupid questions." Lyra started crying and he added, "Just kidding, I can't even tell the difference between you two." Obviously it made them both cry.
My girls were upset and I saw red. I looked at him and reprimanded him harshly, saying that it's no way to talk to children. He said that it's no way to talk to their father either, giving him a stern talk in front of kids, and also said that he's preparing them for the outside world.
I can be an asshole because we had an agreement that we would never have arguments in front of children and this thing escalated into an argument. On the other hand, he was trolling our small children, something he knows I hate him doing. I guess I need some external insight. What the kids hear at this age is crucial.
It might have been better if you'd had this conversation out of their earshot, but challenging a man in front of them too is also good parenting. Imho.
Not the asshole in my book. He needs to learn that what's suitable for adult banter isn't suitable for kids who are still developing their self-image, etc.
As a kid who resented my mother for not calling my father out in front of me for mistreating me, thank you. It made me so angry she would sit there and say nothing while he was being a jerk, but admit after it was over in private that he was in the wrong.
Not the asshole. Silence in the face of injustice is seen as acceptance. Not the asshole. Your husband is a bully.
Kids need one safe place to go, it should be their home. If your husband makes their home hostile, they will seek another safe place, which could be very harmful.
If he thinks it's okay to bully his own 5-year-old daughters, I would consider if I wanted to actually stay with him.
It's very possible he is abusing you in this way and you don't notice it yet.
Not the asshole. And he has got to stop getting a pass on this behavior with adults too. I'd be concerned whether this qualifies as emotional abuse.
Your husband is one of those dicks that thinks he can hide his cruel comments behind some flimsy excuse so fucking thin it's goddamn transparent.
Now he's bullying children. Fucking 5-year-olds. And defending it, even after it makes them cry. Your husband sucks.
When your girls get older and don't have any relationship with him, and he wonders why, remind him that he's a fucking bully.
Not the asshole.
If someone acts like an asshole, someone out there might call him out on it.
He should get used to it. He should thank you for preparing him for the outside world. He seems to get delight in causing distress in a child. Maybe this is the only way he can feel like a big man? Not the asshole.